That's right. The official sponsor of Highway 34 Connection, the podcast, is Dubby Energy, a clean energy to help you be better. Dubby Energy. Try it today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our, I guess, second part since Ghost missed last week. Last week, me and Insidious answered each other's questions. We answered chat's questions. But tonight, Ghost is here, and Insidious is at home playing with a new toy that he bought. His wife's gonna let him know that we're live, so maybe he'll join us here in just a bit. Freaking cold chill here. So that. Oh dear, for heaven, Pete. He bought a police scanner. For heaven, Pete. So I guess let me pop up tablet. I have some questions. We don't have 50. I'm hoping the ones that were in chat last week pop in and start rambling off a whole bunch of questions. But until then, I guess we'll get into it. 1 second, folks. Sorry, cats are fighting in the kitchen where their food's at. So let's just start with an obvious fact. Ghost and I have known each other 30 years this summer. Damn, where in the hell has time went by there, bud? You with me still?
Yeah.
Okay, Insidious is on his way. And that was Smokey, if you guys heard the cat meowing. So let's just start with this. Some of these questions that I have, I know the answers to, but I'm gonna ask you anyway, just so the fans that are watching and then listening later will get to know you. Let's start with, what was your dream job when you were growing up?
I don't have one. Still trying to figure that out.
Just to try and figure that out. I know
Oh,
it.
if I had one, I'd be doing it.
I know Insidious knows. Ever served in the military?
Nope.
Lying sack of shit. He's modest about it. It's in his logo. He is a former Air Force here in the United States, and I still thank you for protecting us when you did.
Hey, here's a question. What is one item on your bucket list? I never asked you that.
Well, see, I have plenty, and the thing that pisses me off is in June, from the 16th to the 26th, my family, some of my in-laws, are going to Niagara Falls, New York.
You never been there?
No, I've never been there, but where we're going is a 6-hour drive to one of the top 5 places that I've ever wanted to go.
So you're going to Niagara Falls?
Yes, and I'm the only one on this trip that wants to drive 6 hours to say I've been to New York City.
I've never been.
I've never been to New York, but I want to. I've been to D.C., just not New York City.
I've been to Chicago. That's pretty much where bigger cities I've been.
I actually haven't been into Chicago. I've been that direction. Every time I go through Illinois, I end up going around it. But
shit, because nowadays it's kind of scary as hell to be there.
Well, on June 16th to the 17th, and a couple days on the way back, I will be in Chicago because our train that we're taking goes right through Chicago.
That don't count.
And we're going to be in Chicago, I think, for 4 to 5 hours. So yeah, we're going to be probably getting something good to eat there.
After I get work back situated, my plan is so we did. Our 10-year was last year, but we did have funds. But our next year anniversary, I'm still trying to get in contact with the people to get this done. Oh, yeah, I can't read that. Um, going to, it's a wolf sanctuary that's in Canada where you actually get a log cabin and actually in a wolf den, and you fall asleep with them howling at the moon.
To the person commenting, we don't know what you're
What the?
saying. That's why your comments are being deleted, because I have no clue what you're saying.
I get it through. Anyway, so that's our plan. So what do you think?
It doesn't sound too bad. Now the question is, she gonna be able to get time off? And you're lucky. I would ask, how do you know she's not watching this right now? But she's at work.
Exactly.
You and I both know she's at work.
That's why I'm able to do this.
Favorite band or artist, musically?
I don't know. I listen to so much. I don't really know if I even have a favorite. But I do know this. If someone came up and said, "Hey, I got a couple of tickets to a Toby Keith concert. You want to go?" I'm already in the car.
Same.
But
mixture of you and a couple other people I know got me into Skillet, TFK.
I didn't get you into that. I think you got me into that.
Well, there's a couple other people that played their songs for me.
Oh, that actually reminded me. There was one question if we did do this, because I actually did get a list, but I never got a chance to do it because I didn't get a chance to make it.
I kind of figured you would.
Here's the question: if your life was a theme song or theme music, what would you think? Every time you walk in the room, this song hits every single time. Like, this is your theme song.
Nowadays, it would be Skillets. I'm sick of it just because the way shit's been going. But I don't know. That's a good one. I honestly don't know. What would be yours? Because when Insidious and I were asking, we also answered our own question.
Right. That's fine. That's fair. So if I have to do the bucket list, I guess it's always the vacation. Vacation wise, I want to go to Japan someday. But
yeah, you've always wanted to go to Japan.
Oh yeah, I want to go to Japan. The problem is I don't speak Japanese. I only got like five. I only know 5 sentences. I know how to say hello. I know how to order some food, and I know please point me to the direction of the American Embassy if I get lost. But wait, that's important to learn. If you're in another country, is please point me to either your hotel or the embassy. Something that will speak English and get me away from wherever the hell I'm at.
Right.
See, if I'm in a good mood, my theme song would probably. I want to be Hulk Hogan's Real American theme song because whether you're a wrestling fan or not a wrestling fan, that's always a good beat to dance to when you're in a good mood. Shit. One of the hero songs. I don't know if I'd win be Skillet or Ingram's song. I don't know.
Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs out there you can pick from.
All right, your turn. Go ahead.
As me and Insidious pointed out last week, we both have children. The ghost currently has none. So I'm not going to ask. So I'm not going to ask him the next question on my list. But I will ask this one because I know the answer. Were you ever bullied in high school?
Shut up.
It's a question.
I'll be honest, not as much in high school as it was in younger age, because high school is where I actually got my height kicking in. So then you're able to start fighting back.
Now we've had a friend that got bullied that we both came running to the aid to, and that's Head Sturd, which you guys won't see him here on Highway 34.
Because he's afraid of being bullied here.
That his mic and stuff ain't working on his computer.
Bullshit! I was just over there just not too long ago. His stuff works fine.
Oh, okay, so we'll have to get him in here. Favorite kind of pizza?
I'll eat any kind of pizza as long as it doesn't have olives on it.
I, on the other hand, love black olives.
Yep, yeah. You put a pizza in front of me with olives, black olives on it. It will be either in your lap or out the window.
You sound like Braden.
I can't.
Who's also on a I don't like bacon kick.
Seriously, you got to get that boy some help.
I've asked you this in the one-on-one interview. I can't remember what you said when I was doing the fast lanes before we started streaming over here on StreamYard. So I'm going to ask you again: does pineapple go on pizza?
I actually don't mind a Hawaiian pizza. It depends on who makes it and where it's been made. I mean, if it's done right, it actually does taste pretty good. I mean, I honestly don't mind the Hawaiian Canadian bacon pineapple pizza if it's done right.
Mm-hmm. Favorite restaurant you've ever been to?
Oh shit! Chain or private?
Does not matter.
That doesn't help either because it
whatever restaurant you remember, whatever restaurant he says, it's not a sponsor. It's just answering the question.
Well, it depends on what you're in the mood for, really. I mean, shit, I missed that. Man, I tell you one thing, I missed that Oregano's pizza joint down in Tucson. I missed that place one hell of a bit. I mean, shit, you get a medium or large medium pizza, $30. But I tell you one thing, it was worth every single penny. Man, I miss that place. And if you wanted Mexican down there, you go to a place called Viva's, and let's just say, I don't know, well, let's just say, this one. I went down there one time and I asked for like 2 breakfast burritos. And they're like, no, you do not want 2 breakfast burritos. I'm like, well, I'm hungry. I want 2 breakfast burritos. And they're like, trust me, you do not want 2 breakfast burritos. I'm like, okay, I'll take 1 breakfast burrito. That burrito was bigger than 2 normal plates put together. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I see why you told me not to get 2 breakfast burritos.
Welcome in, Insidious. Ghost did ask a question that we didn't get asked last week, so I'm gonna come back to it. What's one thing on your bucket list, bro? You don't have a bucket list?
No, he has a bucket. I think the things he wants to do on his bucket list
are probably not illegal.
I want to be the 16-year-old kid that gets in a high-speed pursuit and thinks he's in fucking, GTA 5. Hey, you didn't hear about the 80-year-old man that did that in California? Yeah. They asked him, he put the cops on a hell of a run for an 80-year-old man, let me tell you. And when they finally pulled him over, they asked him why he was running. He goes, I have 2 months to live. This is one thing I can scratch off my bucket list. That I've never done in my life and always wanted to do.
That's funny.
And the cops didn't charge him. They let him go. And they asked him what the next thing was. And he goes, honestly, I don't know. He goes, this is just something I've always wanted to do.
If I was the cops, I'd say, hey, have you ever spent a night in jail? Is that on your bucket list?
He's 80 years old. I'm sure he's been there once in his life.
Okay, so the other question I asked while you were gone is, what would your life be if you had a theme song? What would Robbie's life's theme song? Like every time you walk in the door, it plays a theme song. What would your theme song
be? Knowing him, I'm gonna be funny since your name's Insidious in here. Tiptoe to the Tulips.
I hear voices in my head.
Of course that would be.
I didn't say it had to be a wrestling theme. It could be any song, but okay.
Yeah,
All
but it
right.
relates perfectly. Why change it? Okay. For real,
I'm
though,
warning you right now, Insidious.
honest to
Monday
God,
night, just for tonight's games, we got a lot to talk about already.
not really, because I haven't watched highlights, so we can't talk about anything yet.
No, I'm just saying Monday night. I mean,
What is your first food you've ever ate, real quick?
Well,
how the hell would I know?
Actually, I was gonna relate to that real quick. No, voices is not the answer to that, by the way. That was me being sarcastic. For real though, if I was actually gonna have a theme, it would probably be a Five Finger Death Punch song for sure, and it'd probably be Never Enough.
Chief, if we were babies when we had our first food, how the hell are we supposed to know?
Because our parents would have told us. Mine was cake.
The first thing they fed you was a piece of cake.
Yeah, it was my brother's birthday, so why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
I said the worst food. Not the first food, the worst.
And we both.
What did you hear? Did you hear first or worst?
Like worst. I said, we both misunderstood because I could have swore I heard first too.
Worst food you've ever ate.
You know what? We got to go back and rewatch this. I swear he said first.
I may have, but I meant for worst. God damn it! I almost said it again.
I don't know. I mean, I hate olives. I hate coconuts. So you put it in those things, you're going to say the same thing. Though.
Spinach.
Yeah, I hate spinach. I hate spinach. I
love spinach.
Coconut. I hate horseradish.
Okay, I hate horseradish.
Yeah, horseradish is a no-go for one.
Okay, my wife absolutely loves horseradish.
Okay, since we're all married, so I can easily safely ask this question. What is the worst date you've ever been on?
I think we answered that last week.
Oh.
No.
I did.
Yeah, because it was directed to you, not to me.
Yeah. And I looked at you and said, "What's your answer?" And you never answered.
Yeah, because I don't have one.
I honestly can't remember what I said last week. I don't want
to have a reason for not answering. Why?
I think it was what I forget her name, but
no, that's bad enough.
Yep, that's about it right there.
Oh, shut up! It was like 15 years ago.
That tells you how bad it was. You don't remember her name, so it works.
No. She was. I swear to. She was a crazy bee.
Yep. Okay. He's talking about a hooker.
Honestly, I don't think she might have been. I mean, if you live on her side job, I mean, she was.
What the?
Heard that one. We've heard that one. I mean, in all fairness, Insidious brought it up, and no, that girl was freaking always high as a kite.
I have to stop this and ask, what the hell does your shirt say? Because all I see is COVID-19.
Oh yeah, it says okay. COVID-19 it stands for Christ over infectious diseases.
Of course, it's a religious shirt. I should have known.
And then 19 refers to Joshua 19, referring to you sicknesses don't bother you.
And now on this next question, I'm going to be a smart ass.
Then why do they make us so damn ill that we can barely get out of bed?
Who?
Sickness.
Whatever don't kill you, make you stronger.
But I'm going to send this one's directly to Bill because I'm going to be a smart ass.
Hercules built motherfucker.
Sometimes I wonder if you are. I really don't. I mean, you're a tough son of a bitch. I'm going to give you that compliment.
Just because I can take a lot and hold in a lot doesn't mean I'm tough. Let me tell you.
All right, continuing.
So this one's directed towards you, and I'm going to be a smart ass when I say this. Other than meeting me and John, what is your favorite childhood memory?
I wasn't even going to be there.
Hey!
Oh.
I should have said me, John, Jeremy, and what's your face? Yeah. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Shit.
This one we did ask.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I know what your worst favorite childhood memory was.
Hmm.
Getting hit with an extension cord.
Yeah. Well, you want to be smartass about it, making your ass tap out 10 times in a row at Andy's house.
He went there. I knew it.
Wait, what's this? Thank you for following Sheila. What?
Welcome to the crazy family.
Thank you. We're also live on Chief Streaming tonight.
Hi.
So
How are
anything
you?
that pops up in Stream Elements and Own 3D is from Chief Streaming.
I see. Oh, I would say, I don't know.
I have an idea of
any favorite childhood memories. Any time when all of us were just hanging out, just having a good day. Of deleting.
Curious. Money. Define deleting money. This ain't a conspiracy podcast or nothing, but define deleting money.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious now too.
That's a question right there.
It is, but define it, because deleting money can mean U.S. dollar. You have the euro. You have everything.
Crypto, yeah.
Oh, shut up.
No, seriously, money is everything.
Monopoly money.
While we're waiting on an answer from this individual, I know Insidious and I answer this. What is an insult you received that you're proud of?
What?
What's an insult that you're proud of that you received?
You're gonna have to be more specific in that question.
In other words, say an ex-girlfriend called you an asshole and you were proud to be called an asshole. What's your favorite insult?
Oh, okay. Be your best friend. That would be my favorite insult.
Fuck you.
No, seriously. This happened back in high school when this guy thought it'd be a good idea to ask too many girls to one dance. I forget if it was a homecoming or the JRTC ball. I know it wasn't the prom. I think it was either the homecoming or the JRTC ball. It was this guy trying to ask too many girls to one dance, and then one of the girls found out about it and said to me, "You're a jackass for just even being his friend." I'm like, "Well, thank you."
All right, hold on.
What?
Imagine you live like now, only 3 hours per day, 8 work 3 hours to make 24. This.
What?
All right, I'm going to answer this question honestly.
I don't even know what the question is.
If you were deleting money, well, the thing is, what you're saying is typically what JBS is doing right now. Like, for instance, my company that I work for just built their own housing complex. This is all check deducted every month, but you have everything you need. You'll have parking space. You will have electricity that you don't have to pay for. It's all in your house payment. Everything you need to live through them is check deducted. So kind of what you're saying is like what they're doing. They're taking everything out of your check. So $750 a month for an apartment. You've already got your electric, gas, water, everything's already paid. The only thing you got to pay is if you have insurance or your car payment or insurance, that's all paid for, man. I mean, you'll have to pay for that, but your housing and stuff like that's already paid for through the company because it's coming out of your check.
Interesting. Well, where are these housings at?
Actually, they just opened. It's a big apartment complex.
Where?
I'm guessing on the east end of town or west end. One of them they have previously opened over by the fire station. I don't know where the other one is.
And so JBS owns it. The only people who live there are JBS people?
Yes.
Oh. And so if they live there, they'll subtract a little bit out of their pay so they can just live there for free?
Nope. They take it right out of their check. $750 a month comes right out of their check.
That's what I just said.
Yes. So pretty much, yes, you're living there for free.
And the utilities are covered or no?
Yep, utilities are 100% covered.
That's why it's so big. That's why it's $750 a month.
What if it's what about
that ain't all of them though. That's just for the 3 bedrooms or $750 a month. They have smaller units for less price.
You were looking into it at one point, weren't you?
No, I actually found all this out just like a couple of, I think a year ago. Then they actually brought this up. They were talking about a 1-bedroom be like 500, a 2-bedroom be like 650, and for a 3-bedroom was 750, and parking wouldn't be an issue. Pretty much, they got the idea from John Morrell. A lot of people don't know this, but when John Morrell was here, all of Iowa Avenue was owned by John Morrell. They built all those houses over on Iowa Avenue so they wouldn't have far to go to get to work.
I knew that.
I didn't until I worked there. One of the guys that are old enough to actually remember John Morrell told me that.
Yeah, probably the same one that told me.
I don't know. He was a maintenance guy. Been there
Yep.
for 8.
All right, Ghost. If you can go back to your 18-year-old self,
I was answering your question. Anytime I make call the smartass, I'll say thank you. It's better than being a dumbass.
If you could go back to your 18-year-old self with one piece of advice, what would it be?
Can it only be one? Shit, I'll have like a book.
I would too.
Don't go enlisted in the military. That's what I would tell him.
No, you can't. You can't say that. He can't say that.
What?
He can't say not to enlist in the military because that means that he wouldn't have Heidi.
That's not true.
They didn't meet the military.
I met her before I went in.
Yeah, they met in college, dude.
Oh shit! Didn't know that.
In Oski.
Anyway, no, I did not. That's not how I met her. But it was a Smoky Row up in Pella.
Okay.
Second of all, no, I would have told myself to still go in the military, but not go in and enlist. I'd go an officer. Paid
more. What's your dream car, Ghost?
Dream car?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually looked this.
Read that comment.
I am reading.
I don't see how that would work because your taxes that you pay your state wouldn't be existent, which means the state wouldn't make no money. Federal wouldn't make no money. So in other words, in the return of everything pretty much being given, they wouldn't have any money to replenish.
A luxury armored SUV.
What?
Or a luxury armored Jeep Cherokee. Like, you gotta get it. Like,
so there wouldn't be any money for the military either. There wouldn't be money for anything if that was the case. Eliminating money eliminates everything.
That's not really true. See, money is just a figment of an imagination. If anything, it's really all it really is trade.
Exactly.
You're trading something for something else. And money is just a subsidiary of what you're really getting. I mean, you personally don't give two craps about these little flimsical paper with people's faces on it. You care about what you can get.
Yeah, that's no shit. Money now is like carrot for a donkey.
But you know what I mean. You care about what you can get for it.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So. Like back then, it'd be like, hey, I got 3 oranges. Can I have 2 ears of corn? Yeah, sure. Easy swap. Nowadays, okay, I sold them my 3 oranges, but I don't see anybody work with corn, so I'll take this money until I find the person with corn and then give them the money. So all it is just interjectory of trade. That's all it really is. And I was like, yeah, pretty much. Then the people. But that's not true. But what are you doing with the money? You're not working there for the paper money. You're working there because you're going to use it to pay your bills. So in reality, you're not working there for the money. You're working there to pay your bills. You're working there to pay your rent, your mortgage, your electricity, water, XYZ. You're paying for food. So in reality, that's what you're really paying for. That's what you're working for. You're not working for the paper money. You're working for what that money is going to do for you. It's all a matter of trade. Because in reality, paper money is worthless. I mean, if anything, like if you get some silver or gold coins, then you're talking actual real currency. If anything, did you know that paper money is actually promised to pay you real money? Yeah. It means you're supposed to be allowed to get real money like silver or gold. You were never meant to carry paper money. That just became a thing back when I want to say it was Roosevelt did the gold. What he mandatoried all the gold to come in. He didn't want private citizens owning gold, so he confiscated all the gold. Minus, you're allowed to keep a few trinkets, and he gave everybody paper money of what the gold was worth at the time. But the idea before that, paper money was designed as a promise to pay you silver or gold or copper if it was copper/bronze if it was lower than that. But I mean, that's why pennies are still copper. Nickels are made out of nickel. And before 1964 or 54, I forget, all dimes and quarters were made out of real silver. Everything is about the machine. Don't stop.
Yeah, in this day and age, you have to work in order to survive.
Well, that's any day.
Now you can't even do it with one income. You have to have two incomes to make anything.
We went, what was it? I think 3 weeks with me not working last year before I started the job I'm at, almost 2 years now. And if it wasn't for the other check that I got coming in, I would be screwed. My inheritance from my grandma. We would have been screwed.
Imagine a month.
I'm good.
4 months at $175 a week.
Now that her and I are both working, she makes almost quadruple what I make since she's a GM. What is this? Every time we have to sit down for a podcast, you're stuffing your damn face with pizza.
I didn't eat today.
Is this Jack? Is this Jack again, or is this the Hut?
All I had today was a freaking bra. I'm starving.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Shockingly, I haven't heard from anybody at work today. Thank God.
Hugo, where are you?
I messaged him and Lacey. I have not got a response from him. I think he might be at work. Lacey's not even online yet. She said she might be streaming. We're at 9 followers on Highway 34 Connections Twitch. So thank you to those 9, or excuse me, the 8, because I'm following on mine.
Lacey is not streaming, but she might be on YouTube.
No, she's probably getting ready, if not going to bed. Ghost, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Accusing me of something I didn't do. That's one.
I was waiting for it. I knew that. Favorite sports to watch?
Football?
Here's one for both of you. Is professional wrestling a sport? I've been asked this question a lot lately.
Wrestling is a sport, yeah.
But what we watch, is it a sport?
It's considered sports entertainment, so I don't know.
For now. That's the wrong set.
Should it be considered a sport if it's predetermined who wins and loses? You know what? I got an idea. Do you know what we could do? You know what makes people want to work is more time off. So you know what? Most places work 40 hours a week, except for JBS, which, as you know, works like 80. But would you prefer a job instead of working 5 8-hour shifts? Would you prefer a job that worked 4 10-hour shifts and then always give you a 3-day weekend?
I want to know where he's working only 3 hours a day.
Oh, he's probably a Godfather. Yeah, getting some girls. I'm just kidding.
Because I don't think I've ever worked a 3-hour job in my life.
Paul, I'm lucky. You're lucky if you ever worked 3 hours in your whole life. Period.
Fuck off.
He's
He's trying not to choke on his pizza.
No.
Thinking of his boss. I saw that shoulder shrug. So Insidious, I don't know if you saw the message to you and Ghost, but I was on the phone with Ghost earlier. And I told him about something that we're going to start in February for at least 12 weeks. It'll be every other week that it happens. So I'm going to go ahead and air that video. And this video is 50 seconds long. And so let's go ahead and get right into our little ad break here.
My only concern is 6 weeks, and you want to do it every other week. So in reality, that would take you 2 months just to get through one bracket. That would take a long ass time. Are you sure you don't want to speed it up a little bit?
Nope.
Whatever.
Pretty much, it's going to be the opposite Saturdays of our Rants podcast. The only exception is if we're celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, going to a wrestling event on the weekend of your birthday. Yeah. Sis, do you have any questions for Ghost? Or I, for that matter?
I do.
I'm trying to come up with some.
It wouldn't work in any production place. I work in production. I know. That wouldn't work.
Hey, here's one for you. If you get free meals for life, but it has to be from a fast food joint, what would it be?
Outback Steakhouse.
That's not a fast food joint.
It is when you call in.
Does that count? I'm going to say, if we're going to do that, I'm going to say, okay, Texas Roadhouse. Oh, shit. Texas beats Outback any day of the week.
All right, fine.
Outback, Texas. I was going to be a smart ass and say B-dubs.
All right. Obviously, we're not getting a fair answer out of this. But fine. I guess if it could be any place, I suppose those are the 3 places.
Yeah.
Sure as hell ain't going to be a mixed shits.
It's just not as good as it used to be, you know?
Mm-mm.
I remember when somebody spent like $40 there because, man, I still remember what it was too. One Big Mac, 2 Big Tasties, 20 nuggets, 10 strips, 3 normal cheeseburgers, 2 large fries, and a drink, and he still got pissed because I wanted a nugget.
Paul, I got one. Fast food, you said, right? Mr. Quicks.
Yes.
Oh, I miss that place.
Hell yeah, I would agree to that.
Except the only problem is that place is more like Mr. Slows. I mean, no offense. That place was hardly ever fast food.
Yeah, but their fucking burgers were good when you got them.
Yeah, 3 weeks later.
And their pound of fries were good.
One second.
So if you guys want to answer that, you can.
Okay, I don't get that.
Me neither.
Are you talking about never leave the workplace? Work 3 hours, the other guy comes or leaves you, you do whatever you want and come back, or what? I don't get it.
Still not working. Weird.
Okay, Ghost. I'm going to ask you a question, and it's an NFL question. Chief, you can chime in too.
Okay.
Do we have a repeat of the last time the Dolphins went to the playoffs?
I don't know. I haven't
Can
seen
anybody
part of the game
remember
yet.
that?
With their backup quarterback.
I don't know. I haven't seen that. We haven't seen that game yet.
That isn't what I asked.
What?
I said, could we see a repeat of the Dolphins that went to the playoffs with a backup quarterback?
Could we? Yeah.
Okay, then.
Will we? Doubt it.
If they knock out the Bills, dude, I will be impressed.
Hey, question. On your guys' side, is the like to end the broadcast in your top right hand corner?
No.
Mine's on my phone.
Okay,
So
it's not on mine. Well, it's not on mine either. It's weird.
You guys answer that.
Oh, shit. I already did. I don't repeat questions. Okay. No, it says it's a religious shirt. It says Christ over virus and infectious diseases. It's to make fun of it. Because quite frankly, I mean, I'm not a big believer in it in all fairness, shape, or form. I mean, I had it twice, but I still don't think it's a big hoopla. Because let me tell you something. The FBI keeps a record of how many people dies from diseases every year, and an average 80,000 people a year die from the flu. Now, the year that we had COVID, no one died from the flu. So you're supposed to expect me to believe the flu took a year off? Bullcrap. I don't think the numbers add up. Every time I conspiracy, and as soon as you throw it somewhere where if he wants it, but I guarantee you, if it wasn't an election year, we wouldn't even heard of COVID.
Actually, that was in 2019. It was predicted we were going to have an outbreak. Just saying.
Yeah, but the COVID happened. Yeah, but it was like November, December 19. I mean, then it comes to
but this was 2019 by the head of the CDC. His response was, "We will see how President Trump does with the next pandemic." You're telling me this fucker knew in 2019, a year before?
Yeah, but every single president has had a quote pandemic, and it doesn't become worldwide news. I mean, there was the H1N1. There
all started with
the swine flu. There was the
whooping cough.
Wasn't there like a hepatitis one or something like that?
Whooping cough.
Thank you, whooping cough. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, no one. I don't buy it. I just don't. I don't buy the numbers. I mean, I'm going to be careful with names here. So I had a friend who has a friend that works in the hospital, like the not the hospital. What do you call it when people go to die? The
Morgue.
No. They put a nursing home for the people. Hospice. Thank you. Okay. So, thank you. I knew. Okay. Anyway, she worked at a hospice, and right before when they passed away, they're forced to write down COVID as a reason of death, not whatever they really had, just because they got more money for it. And no, I have not been vaccinated. I'm not going to.
I have.
Yeah, I know both of you have. I know both of you have. Congratulations.
I'm still alive.
And I had COVID.
I've had COVID twice, and I'm still alive. So there you go.
Yeah, well, at my old job, my entire management team had COVID. That's how I got it. And I ended up giving it to my wife and my stepson.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is, all it did to me was make me lightheaded. That was it.
All it made me do was sleep for a couple of days.
Two, what the hell are you doing? Yes, I'm talking to you.
The first time I got it was before anyone really knew what it was going on. And so see, my wife got it first, and she wanted something to eat to help her feel better. So I go out to Applebee's and I get her some garlic fettuccine Alfredo and bring it home for her. And she asks me, Michael, where's the garlic in this garlic bread? And I take a bite out of it. I'm thinking, hey, there's more garlic on this than bread. Because, it affects your taste. But again, this was before we all knew what was really going on. I think it was like that April. Paul, quit playing with the pussy.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm laughing because my cat Two-Face, who Michael Ghost and Insidious know, just went and got her one of the cat toys. It was stuck under the door to my bedroom where my wife and baby grandson are. She really grabbed that sucker, took off with it in her mouth like it was her baby. Next thing I heard is her falling because she went to jump up somewhere and didn't realize that the table slides and fell. But it's still in her mouth. And now she's running around, batting it around. Wow, the cats are crazy. But yet the boys are asleep. Anywho, back on to the topic at hand, since this is your honest 50, since it seems like
he gave me one of the questions. He asked me if I was vaccinated. Mm-hmm. That's a question.
Very true. Very true. I'm trying to think. How many dogs have you had in your lifetime, Michael or Ghost?
Mine or my family's?
From baby to now.
Again, mine or my family's?
Yeah, they could be yours. They could be. I would include Mitzi into that.
Right. So included Mitzi, I would have had three dogs.
And that's it.
Well, with my family, let's see. There was Mei Ling, there was Susie, the lab, which I completely forgot, and the beagle. So there'll be 4 more there. Have you ever been vaccinated as a child? Well, yeah, with viruses that actually make sense. Like polio and, hepatitis and all that
so
stuff.
We're all in our 30s, so that'd be a long time ago.
The ones that have been proven that work. Because here's the thing. I mean, even these two numbskulls up here both have admitted they both gotten the vaccination and that they've also still gotten the COVID even after being vaccinated.
Nope, I haven't.
No.
No?
I got COVID beforehand.
Same.
Okay, my wife got it afterwards.
My wife's ex-job, which is now closed, in Mount Pleasant was letting.
Wait a minute, Rob. Wait a minute.
employees
You
give it
just
out.
told me not too long ago that you had it.
I did have it, not after, way before I even got the shot, though.
Well, you got your times mixed up or something, because you told me that you were sicker than a dog, like not even 2 months ago, and you told me that you thought it was COVID.
Thought it was. I never went and got checked.
So that would have been the second time, right?
You told me you were sicker than a dog. You couldn't taste anything. And
I remember that.
And you couldn't even move for a week or 3 days. I mean, you were like sicker than a dog. I mean, I remember. I mean, Chief remembers too. It was like a couple of months ago. I think it was right before Thanksgiving, because you were complaining about it because you were concerned about being sick from the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I couldn't taste anything because I couldn't smell anything because my nose and sinuses were all fucked up.
Right. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, because my nose was all screwed up. But on a side note, I really did feel like shit though. I had a fever.
Do you think people are getting microchips as animals? To be obviously, because there's kind of a tech to people. Do you think people are? Or do you think people should? Hey, I'm trying to. Have you? I don't know. Should know. I mean, we're humans, but with all the crazy kidnappings there are these days, shit. Yeah. No, probably not.
Oh. Huh.
Anyway, back to my problem with the vaccination is I just don't think it's a vaccination, because people still have reported they've gotten it even after they got the virus, which defeats the purpose of a vaccine.
Michael.
What? Do you think how advanced government in the United States gets in 20th century after 50s? Well, why? Can someone please rephrase that for me?
He wants to know if it's any different than the 50s. That's what he's talking about.
Our technology?
What's the difference between how advanced the government is from the 50s to the 20s? None, because there's still anything different is they're using computers or phones instead of papers and pens. Cold War, Spy Wars.
I don't recall this being conspiracy theory night.
Why not? We had one last night, didn't we, Paul?
I don't mind. All right. Next question from any one of you three.
Give me 1 second. I'm taking care of something real quick. So, Insidious, if you have a question, go ahead.
Do ankle monitors have a GPS in them?
Say that for Tuesday. This isn't Conspiracy Thursdays.
Aren't they supposed to?
There's a reason why I asked that question. That's why he said save it for Tuesday.
That's right. The official sponsor of Highway 34 Connection, the podcast, is Dubby Energy, a clean energy to help you be better. Dubby Energy. Try it today.
Okay, why'd you do that?
Okay, here's a question. Do you have any fetishes?
I already answered that.
Now you can do conspiracy theory night.
No, we're not doing. I'm not doing 2 podcasts in one night.
When was the last time you lied?
10 minutes ago.
I was gonna say last week.
No, that's like about the beginning of the podcast when Chief asked me if I was out of the military.
Oh yeah, you didn't you? By the way, we are now no longer live on Chief Streaming. We are, however, now live on the Haunted House on Facebook.
Yeah, those are like gone too. You don't believe what kind of things you could have in a body. No, I probably could believe it, actually. Yep. We both got 2. Yeah. Yeah.
Like an eyeball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chief. What's going on around here? Is this one of your fans?
All right, fine. What's one thing you're glad that your mom doesn't know about you?
I don't really have an answer to that one, to be honest with you.
Okay, Chief is up. I will come back down, but what's your biggest fear?
Heights.
No, I said the same thing. Oh, of course he's always away. Even when he's here, he's away.
Hey, if money is no object, what would you do?
Chief, help.
Well, that's not why you can't answer that question. I'm serious.
You didn't leave that last question.
Yeah, if money was no object, what would you do? Like, it doesn't matter if it's $2 or $2 million. What would you want to do if money was no object? What something?
Buy the Dallas Cowboys and fire Jerry Jones. And hire an actual general manager and leave me in the office.
You realize it's bad when both me and Chief hit our heads at the exact same time.
No, I was thinking the same damn thing, except I'd fire Jerry and I named Troy Aikman the new fucking manager.
I don't know if that's
right.
Oh, and then I'd fire Bedak.
Bedak?
Yeah, I'd fire him. He'd be done. Fire Ezekiel Elliott. Pollard, you're in. Oh, and who else do I have as a good quarterback? None. Okay, I go get one.
Yeah, he'd probably go get Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I would. As a matter of fact, I'd give you Dak for Stafford.
You're off your fucking rocker.
You. How do you think?
How do you not fig?
Because you'll never buy the Dallas Cowboys.
Dak has, and he can do is do interceptions. If Stafford had those weapons right now, he'd be in heaven, dude.
We talk about you would buy the Cowboys after Brady retires and get Brady to come out of retirement to be your quarterback.
Yep.
Fuck that. I'd rather have Big Ben.
I would not.
Chief, what's something you're glad your mom doesn't know about you?
Because that's not really a
Don't
fair
expect
question.
me,
His mom's
Dad.
gone.
And I can't think of nothing.
Oh, wait, she already knows.
Yeah.
Mine too, so. Michael couldn't answer it.
Because he doesn't want his mom's kicking his ass.
Hilarious.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
We're not talking about mine.
Forget it.
Huh?
Forget it. If you
I was behind bars for 2.5 years. I'm not talking about mine. That was 12 years ago.
It can be recent.
I haven't done anything in the last 12 years.
Ghost,
what?
you're up.
Uh-uh.
I'm curious. You're gonna make me curious. You keep saying no. It can't be worse.
Okay. I played the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination.
You're not under oath. Nice
I
try.
am. Yeah, I am. Am I allowed to lie on this thing?
No.
Then I'm under oath.
It's the honest 50.
Then I'm under oath. I honestly can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Really? I can
The
name
worst thing I've
7,
done?
8, 9, 10, 11.
I can think of a few things I've done. I just don't want to mention them on this.
Okay, I will. Well, never mind. I already went to last week. Too honest. Even Chief turned red.
Well, I don't know. Chief said this was only an hour, and then if you don't get all the questions done by an hour, time's up. It's hour 5. See ya.
Wrong podcast, jackass.
Still, nonetheless, it's questions and it's an hour.
Hey, Lacey, perfect.
Finally, ask Ghost questions. Butcher him, cut his balls off like you did us last week.
Except here's the rules. I ain't answering the same question twice. I get one question. Use the Western though.
You know there was a button you used to cut your camera there, Ghost. Nice blanket, by the way.
Hi, Lacey. Welcome in.
I like Gordon. I like Gordon.
Get the hell out of my kitchen. You know what? He's probably one person I would love to meet.
He's probably the one guy I would too.
Just so when he calls me a fucking Fruit Loop, I can look at him and tell him to shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I just like it when he gets angry.
That's fucking wrong.
Especially when he finds mold and stuff. And you're serving this to people? What is wrong with you?
Or when shit's raw, yeah.
It ain't even cooked. You got to cook it.
All right, Lacey, start asking, please.
How about the time when his mother outcooked him? That was funny as hell.
Oh, we did answer this question last week. Ghost, any siblings?
A few.
Really? Do you bleach
God,
your hair?
she went there. She went there. I'm out. Bye.
Do you beat your
Wow.
She went there.
Well, see if you go first.
We answered this last week.
Oh, man.
So like you, we're not repeating answers, so it's all you, Ghosty.
Yeah, we're gonna say no. But I know Insidious, probably Chief does. I know that because
No.
he's always had a white ass.
Wait. What did you see my ass? You
Every time when I'm beating
You're
it
the one
when
that's
we
been
were
camping.
wrestling when we were kids.
So you're the one that's been camping outside
Truth
my bedroom
comes
window.
out. Now we know what you guys have been doing in the closet all these years.
Fuck off.
Have you ever pooped yourself in a car on a road trip?
You guys' turn.
This is called this episode's called The Ghost. We did ours last week.
Okay,
you guys answered this one?
When I was a kid, yes. Everybody
Yes.
did it when they were a kid. It's obvious.
A lot of the ones she's asking, we probably already answered last week. Almost said last year. What the fuck?
Well, it was probably last year.
No, it wasn't. It was just last week.
So, have you, Ghost?
Not that I can recall.
Not even as a child?
I don't remember that far back.
Oh, God forbid I do. Favorite fair ride? His would have been Riding the Clown.
Ha ha, you're funny.
I'm a fucking riot.
Oh, I love roller coasters. I just don't like the ones that go upside down because of my height problem. Ha!
She's trying to. Doesn't mean she will. I should have went back through and wrote all the ones you didn't ask last week, or that you asked last week, but I didn't do it. Mine are the ones that make you dizzy.
Oh, like the teacups?
Yeah, no. Kind of like the silly sliso that they had up at north of us. Those types. Worst injury you have ever had?
That's not hard to do.
Okay. In all fairness, our moms got brought up. That's what made us cry.
Again, that's not hard to do.
And telling the story about it.
Yeah, we had people asking us how they died and if we remembered. So yeah, it was emotional.
Worst injury?
Worst injury you've ever had to yourself? This goes out to all three of us.
I had a couple of broken bones, but that's none of that. Favorite fair food? Ooh, that's a good one.
Lacey, check Instagram.
I know my wife will say funnel cakes. I know that.
Yeah, everybody will say funnel cakes is off the top of their list, but it's not at the top of mine. Well, it is, but it ain't.
Damn it. Okay, there's this. There was. I know at Tulip Time, they would always serve like the because the Pella and all this.
My God, I know what you're thinking of.
What?
I know what you're thinking of.
Then what?
I just can't think what it's called. I haven't had one in the last 10 years, but I know what you're thinking. I know what it is.
What the fried bologna?
Is that what it was?
The fried bologna, the big.
Yeah.
That spicy shit, that meat. I mean, I could eat that all day. I mean, funnel cakes are alright. You know what? The sad thing is, there's always like
right.
There's always like 5 places up there that would serve funnel cakes. Each one would taste different. You never know.
I like the red velvet ones.
Oh.
What's the most disgusting thing you've ever done?
Favorite donut? Peanut butter and jelly donut.
Agreed. Especially the ones from not a sponsor, but Hertz Donut. Their jelly, peanut butter and jelly ones are amazing.
Or I also love getting the apple or blueberry fritters, or the
mine's homemade.
Glazed donuts always are the best. Or fritters or bear claws.
Homemade.
And to answer my question of worst injury, breaking.
Now I want a fucking donut.
Shattering this wrist, nearly breaking this one, and completely destroying both my kneecaps.
And every time you get to a certain toe hole from me.
Yeah, you tap too, so shut up.
Yuck, what? Yuck to what?
You're tapping out right now on like so many questions.
Shut up.
So Insidious, worst injury.
You all should know.
Say it.
The motorcycle incident?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been attacked by a German Shepherd too while on the clock at Pizza Hut when I worked in a Tumblr.
Nope, I have one.
I got 2 Huskies.
You got Huskies, not German Shepherds.
And I've had 3 sleeping kitties. Okay, I guess one's eyeing me, so not 100% asleep.
Brain damage question. That was there before the wreck, but we could go with that.
Dirt bike rack, I'm still all there.
I actually told them that question when they said they were going to scan my brain because I wasn't wearing show me the kitties.
It's called a helmet, Insidious.
Well, I wasn't wearing one. So they said they wanted to scan my head. And
I can show you too.
Told them that whatever happened up there was before the wreck. The real cats, Paul. The real cats, not your vagina.
Hi, Smokey. And har. I don't know where 2's at. She's probably in the room with all the kids sleeping.
I'm not calling the German Shepherd.
And here's the one based off the Chief streaming emote that says hi. Mr. Wyatt, aka our cow. AKA always need fucking attention from daddy and mommy.
That's my Bruno.
Ooh, my shoulder just popped.
Yeah, breaking your foot sucks. I wouldn't recommend no one ever doing that ever. No, I just want the kitties. That sounds so wrong.
That's bad. I actually have a channel point that says show me the kitties over on Chief streaming. And it means these fuckers. See?
Just FYI, the second my wife calls,
and he comes back to us and now he's telling me to shut up. Oh, you dick. Do what?
I said, just FYI, once my wife calls, I'm going to have to end the streaming.
Okay, fine. Ghost, what's your biggest insecurity?
Fuck. I don't want to talk about it. I'm insecure.
See? He's tapping out on so many questions that we answered without a problem.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't lie about nothing.
Well, what's yours?
My biggest insecurity? I don't have one because I'm not a crybaby bitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, I go to Walmart covered in grease, dude, from working on a car.
Now who's tapping out?
I really don't care what people think about me, so I'm not insecure about hardly anything.
That's not necessarily insecurity, though. I mean,
no, most of it is. Insecurity is mostly what people feel about you or how you. Well,
you know me.
I don't care what other people
think, but it doesn't change the fact that there's still things I don't want to happen.
I'm pretty sure half the dead seen my naked ass pumping a chick, so I don't care about that neither. Speaking of which, that was last week's conversation that we don't need to bring back up.
I mean, I don't really care about what people think, but at the same time, it's not like I don't want to put my dirty laundry out in public either, and there is a balance.
No, you're not putting me on the spot, Lacey. That's not cool.
I knew it was gonna happen.
That's not cool, Lacey.
Wait. When we were growing up, when you're in high school, or now?
Because that's not. Yeah, because
they change over time.
They do change over time.
Well, yeah. High school, as a child in high school, it was always 2.
I had 2 back then. I have attacked 2 of one of them.
Well, my favorite 2 were back then. I mean, as a kid, was Sting high school would have been DDP.
She's my favorite WWE wrestler.
Now. So, Randy Orton. By far.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm trying to think there's any that can compare.
Not
Besides
as a
Raw.
face and a heel and overall best character.
I
or
know.
best-
I'm a fan of Seth, but I just don't like his current gimmick.
I kind of like the whole Joker gimmick if they actually painted his face.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to say Orton. Another Midwest boy.
Yeah, I have to agree with you guys. Seth and Randy are like they're the ones that are carrying this company right now. And honestly, not saying he's a favorite, but even Roman is carrying the company pretty well as a top heel. He's doing a good job as being a bad guy.
For now.
Well, actually,
Lacey,
they recently just mentioned that the two people that are really carrying the company right now are the Usos.
Wait a minute. Are we being biased? Because we didn't have
Because-
emails in there.
Because they're the
NFL.
ones that are on all the shows doing all the work.
Favorite sports to watch?
Already answered.
NFL.
Yeah.
We answered that one last week and tonight.
NFL, that's easy.
Yeah,
Now, if you would have asked me this question when I was in high school, I would have said NASCAR.
They're making another left turn. Come back in an hour. You won't miss a fucking thing.
And real funny thing while we're talking about bringing up NASCAR, and Michael's Ghost is about to get muted.
I said the same thing to the headster once, and he was like, "Shut up."
They're making another left turn. I know that's my favorite part. It's easy sport to watch when you're drunk. I love Bubba Jack.
I don't know where they're at here. Okay.
You're good, Lacey.
I don't know exactly. I think they might be up here. Give me 1 second to check.
What? What's he doing?
Hell am I now? Probably checking to see if he has the brain damage.
Probably gonna go find his pussy.
Most likely. Let's find out if he. Let's find out if we turn the camera on with the cat. We gonna say, "Yep."
Meow. No, I think they're in the left. But when we were on our honeymoon, as you hear a random cup falling in the other room. Anyway, when my wife and I were on our honeymoon, we ended up, instead of going to the Keys in Florida, we went to Daytona, which deader than fuck
in the
at
middle of
night.
Oh, here we go again.
Faith, whatever. What? What the fuck was that?
We'll let you know if you're gonna come in and comment. English is the only one we can read.
I want to know what the fuck that was. You should have saved it because I would have highlighted it and went to Google Translate.
That's what I was going to say.
Anywho, back to what I was saying. So we ended up going to the Daytona 500 racetrack. And as we're getting ready, we pull in, there's multiple different entrances. We were trying to find the main entrance for like the tours. And this guy that was cleaning around the building pulls up. You guys trying to find the fan entrance or the tour entrance? I'm like, yeah, it's over there. He's like, you guys watch NASCAR? I'm like, yeah. Do you know who did it such is? We're like, yeah. He walks over with a set of lug nuts from one of the driver's cars. I'd have to ask my wife which driver. My mind's blank right now. And we were like, okay, so we actually have them put up. I'd show you, but I can't exactly remember where she put them. I actually thought it was on the shelf.
Going up your butt.
Right there.
No, they're up your butt.
But I think they're over at a camera view in a love chest that my mom and grandma.
So I say is, why do you have a big fascination right now of Chief's ass?
Well, I was going to ask you that. How you, Mister? I know it's white.
You do realize you do realize when you're younger kids and you're wrestling all the time, sooner or later. He does not want to finish that sentence.
And that is how you mute so you don't get banned.
Oh man.
Oh, fuck.
So once again, that is our.
What the?
Open up
three Caucasian people. So this is my genetic cross contamination. It's like someone's gonna know something. Oh boy.
Dig a hole. Dig a hole.
Oh, this is so fun. Oh, you guys are fucking assholes. But it's all good. Keep going. Let's have some fun.
We are. It's amusing. Hey, gay porn don't need to be on there right now.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's on his phone.
Keeping an eye on. Wait, no one. Speaking of which, do you have an idea when they'll be done tonight?
Freaking.
About the time you quit looking up gay porn.
Well, Lacey told her to give her a minute, so we're giving her a minute.
We gave her more than a minute. We've already given her almost 5.
Talk to the pussy.
Interview the kitty.
The kitty don't give a
How many of your lives have you already used?
With Paul, probably all.
No, then it'd be dead. I'm thinking maybe like 7.
Are you a needy fuck? Are you a needy fuck? I'll interview. Are you a needy fuck? I already know the answer. You a needy fuck.
So when do you guys get the new kitten?
What do you mean?
Oh, who's that? Which cat is that one?
That was what? That's the one she got when she lived over there by you.
Oh.
And then 2 we've had since I was married to my ex.
I know.
You knew that. And then Smokey, Mr. Meow. We got him when we were living over there on North Court. For those of you that are still listening to us just ramble on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, 'cause you're awesome. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, and this just in. You won't be doing mine until Sunday evening. Because I will be away. So March 4th, there will be no podcast unless they decide to do a football or a conspiracy theory without me. Because it is my birthday weekend and I will be in Clive at a Pro Wrestling Revolver event. Actually, I have a question for both of you. What is one person that has never been in the WWE that is still wrestling that you would like to debut at the Royal Rumble, in the Royal Rumble match?
Ask that again.
What wrestler who's never been in the WWE would you like to see debut in the Royal Rumble match? His or hers?
Does it have to be someone making a debut, or can it be someone who's been gone for so long you'd love to see make a return?
Never been in WWE.
Okay.
Velvet
That
Sky.
would include World Wrestling Federation era.
Velvet Sky.
I knew what he was going to say.
Lacey Von Erich. Angelina Love. Damn.
I mean, I know it would never happen, but I would love to see Kenny Omega.
And there's a reason why I'm asking these questions. Now we're going to get over to a little away from the Honest 50 here for a minute. As the two of you have probably been reading in a show / charisma modifier has been letting us know that Tony Khan and his family are interested in buying WWE.
Yeah, well, Vince is thinking, no.
If AEW were to buy WWE, would it be smart to drop the AEW name and make WWE Dynamite and AEW Rampage a thing?
No.
Or would it be smart for them to get rid of the WWE name and make it AEW Monday Night Raw or AEW NXT or AEW Friday Night SmackDown?
That actually is a worse idea because Raw and SmackDown already have global entities attached to it, whereas AEW does it. It would actually be easier to go the AEW to WWE because here's the thing. I'm not trying to be biased either.
Right.
Everyone around the world knows WWE because they've traveled so many places. Not everyone knows who AEW is.
So the next question is: should Nick Tony, almost a Nick, should Tony Khan and his family buy WWE? Should they just make WWE, AEW, and ROH 3 branded company?
I don't think you should buy it, period, to be honest with you. But yeah, if he did buy it, he should keep it separate.
But have all their wrestlers work on all the other shows?
See, here's the problem.
Because then you could have the dream match.
There is such a thing. Despite Paul doesn't believe it, but there is such a thing as too much wrestling.
What I'm saying is, the only reason I want the Khans to buy WWE is because you will be able to say, "Oh my God, it's Kenny Omega on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, a pay-per-view."
You're also suggesting that whoever maybe buy WWE, whether it's Khans or not, if they have the power away from Vince, what if they just bust down the forbidden door regardless?
If the Khans buy WWE, I don't see ROH or AEW being on TV anymore. I see them just saying WWE has the bigger name. We're just going to keep it World Wrestling Entertainment and get rid of the others. And they're going to get rid of this whole sports entertainment and actually use professional wrestling.
Yeah, except the problem is Vince says that he's thinking about giving it to a network.
That would be stupid because the network.
No, like this. Like, give it to Comcast. Give it to... completely sell it to Peacock. There's talks of them giving it to the House of Mouse.
But you do got to realize, whoever he sells it to, they're going to have to try to renegotiate every contracted WWE superstar. Because I guarantee mother effing T that there's a clause in there somewhere that if WWE sells, their contracts are null and void, or they have to get a new contract with the new company. The new company isn't going to want to pay, say, John Cena $10 million a year.
Some contracts, they said full-time contracts will be able to be carried over, but you're right, part-time contracts can be renegotiated.
Wasn't one of them CNBC?
Yeah.
Who owns
Honestly,
NBC?
I think
Who owns NBC?
Stephanie and Tripp just need to buy it, if you ask me.
But who owns NBC?
Turner?
Exactly. Who did Vince buy WCW from? Ted Turner. You can count. You can count WWE goodbye. He'll put that thing right back to WCW.
Yep.
And who signed all the paychecks in WCW? Eric fucking Bischoff. So don't think for a second he wouldn't put Eric back in charge of that.
Yeah, because if they buy it, Turner buys it, it's going back to WCW, then he's going to do the same mother effing thing that he did to Vince and the WWE. He's going to be like, oh yeah, they just made. I'm trying to think of somebody that deserves a title run on AEW right now that hasn't won it. Oh, they just gave Absolute Ricky Starks their championship on the other channel. Click.
But you know what? I am excited for that, though.
For what?
If that was to happen. Because years later, Ted Turner buys out WWE and then puts WCW back on the board. Imagine the shockwave of that fucking headline.
Yeah, because then he could walk out there, kick off WCW. I bought my competition. It's in the small of my hands. Copy Vince.
Yep.
What if there's a clause in the selling, though, that they have to keep the name?
It doesn't matter about the clause. Once he takes ownership, it doesn't matter. He takes ownership of whatever WWE owns, including WCW.
True.
And ECW.
So he can easily say, I kept the name, because all he has to do is put WWE presents WCW. And it would be legit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of thinking when they go to sell. I know we're waiting on Lacey to come back in and grill Ghost some more, but I know he's gonna have to go get his wife probably in the next 30 minutes or less. Are there any other questions you think that we could ask him there, Insidious, to get him off his phone?
What does the phone say?
Pick
me,
you son of a bitch.
Who's jerking me?
Who even came up with that? That kid, the kid. So.
Oh, I got one. What is your the freak, Wyatt? What is your worst? I asked you your best, but what is your worst memory as a child?
Oh, I had a better one.
Well, let's see. There was this time when I was at Foster Park, and there was this kid that came across the street.
Don't you love our brotherhood?
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh,
Fable does not count.
Not unless you want F5.
Dude, I didn't watch the whole pop culture shit when I was a kid. Come on.
Yeah, he didn't watch WWE until probably what? Middle school or freshman year?
I said first celebrity crush.
Again, I wasn't really. I didn't follow the whole pop culture crap when I was a kid.
First,
I'll be honest.
like it could be teacher, a celebrity teacher. Who knows?
That is not a
anything. You're telling me as a kid you didn't watch any TV shows like Baywatch or something?
Yeah, switch that back to Insidious.
Oh, I answered mine already.
Hey, this guy right here. His first celebrity crush is Carmen Sandiego.
What the fuck?
Hilarious asshole. I don't know, dude. I didn't. No, I don't. I didn't recall. No, I didn't watch Baywatch.
Oh, great! He got off his perch, so now he's gonna be loud.
That was his first crush right there.
Hilarious. this. I don't know.
Meow, meow. Meow.
Oh, I got one. What was
Did it
What was the first pro wrestling match you ever watched?
Wait a minute. Live or taped?
When you first started watching it, when I finally got you into it.
Again, well, yeah, but the thing.
It would have been before you went to a live event.
No, I'm talking about like I went back and watched tapes. So I mean, certainly those happened beforehand. Okay, so the first match.
Well, he's thinking, do you know yours, Insidious? The first match you ever saw? Whether it was WCW or WWE?
Actually, first match I ever saw wasn't WWE or WWF, believe it or not. It might have been WCW, actually. And it was when Lex Luger was still wearing the red, white, and blue shorts when he came out. And he was facing, I believe, was Ultimate Warrior. I believe. And I know, but back then they didn't have entrance music. They just came out like boxers.
Mm-hmm.
And they named off his nickname, the Total Package. So yeah, it was that was when my first match, and after that I was addicted. My favorite pay-per-view of all time though was Halloween Havoc.
The bad thing is I can't actually remember my first match. It's been so long.
Okay,
you remember yours, Ghost? You remember yours?
Who was your first wrestling crush? And for Ghost, males do count.
There. Stacy. No? You don't like Stacy? Yeah, but Paul's didn't like she. I don't know who Paul's was.
Sable.
No.
No kidding.
No. Probably the same one that he had a background on his computer for a little while.
Oh, I'm dying to hear this one.
Trish.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I should have known that. Because that was one question I asked him because I know him so damn well, and it was funny to watch him struggle with that.
I'm guessing. Well, see, it depends on what kind of girls you like. You know, pretty you got Stacy, the fake ones. I suppose you go with Trish. But if you like the hardcore.
She's still on there.
No, that I googled that one. I was being a smart ass.
She's still there.
Yeah, she's still there.
We all know mine, so I don't need to say it.
Lita?
No.
Miss Elizabeth?
No. Chief,
Mae Young.
Last week. I don't need to answer this.
Huh?
Let the pigeons loose.
Velvet?
Uh-huh.
That was your first?
No.
That's what the question was.
But she's my last.
I'm sorry, for 47 doesn't look too bad.
First was Lita. No lie.
I'll give you that. Yeah, Lita was badass.
Mm-hmm.
She was sexy with the way she came out with those shorts and the thong hanging out. Oh, yes. Hello,
Hello.
sir.
Right now, we're just goofing off. I think this podcast went off its rails like it did last week. But last week was still probably worse.
When don't we go off our rails?
Right?
Hey, Ghost, have you ever had sex in a cemetery?
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's asking. You don't need to push the off the rocker again.
Ghost went ghost.
I was going to say, if you're picking up your wife, just shut your camera off.
Oh, fuck. The cat has...
Is that what you're doing? Is going to pick up your wife?
Nah, I was thinking like, yeah, this is where the ghost just signs out.
The reason he asked is because he said last week he had.
Guilty.
What the?
Honestly, at this point, why am I not surprised?
I'm a sick man.
Originally, we were doing throwing random questions at Ghost's way, and then it went off the rail. We're just being us, goofing around, talking about anything right now.
So, if you have a conspiracy theory, please drop it down there.
If you have a question you want us to answer,
Also
ask
pop
it.
down there.
If you want to ask Ghost if he is a virgin, you may ask him.
He has a question.
Fuck you.
No, thank you.
What's your question?
As long as it doesn't get us in trouble here, we're good.
Oh no. Oh no.
Insidious, this is all you.
Insidious, it's your guy again. You said you wanted him to return. You said you wanted him to return because you had something for him. You remember?
Yeah, he said he had D's nuts for us.
I can't.
Welcome back. We actually were hoping you'd return.
No, we weren't.
Insidious, don't you remember? You said you were going to ask him a question.
About juicy watermelons.
Hey, my nuts are pretty juicy, but I don't think he wants to know about them. Oh, Godspin. Yes, you was here before. And you had me rolling.
Remember you said you figured out who it was?
He did?
You did. You figured out who it was. It was that coworker of yours that you're going to...
No, he wasn't a coworker. If he was a coworker, I would have actually shot him.
But you said you were going to ask him something that would help, that you were going to get back. Remember? Come on, do it. I've been waiting ever since that happened for you to do it. No. He's yours.
I don't want to.
You promised that you would.
No,
Yeah, you did.
I don't want to.
I think Insidious is afraid. I've never seen him feared before.
I'm not feared. I just don't want to deal with stupid tonight.
Insidious was going to ask you a question and he forgot.
I didn't forget. Do you play Call of Duty? I bet his name is Trump Lost.
I'm not the one who called in. I just witnessed.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's a possibility.
No, I don't want to do it. Hey, I Googled the juicy melon thing, and by the way, that doesn't exist. Just saying. Next question from the 5 viewers in there. Anybody else? There is no juicy melon. My nuts are pretty juicy too, but it doesn't mean nothing. There is no melon. Do I? No, I'm not doing it. No. There is no conspiracy there. The only conspiracy is these people are fucking off their rocker. Worse than me. You heard me. They're off their rocker more than I am. And I know that's hard. I know. I know they were 2 large juicy ones. They're between my legs.
Insidious, read private chat, please.
I don't think I want to. Just say yeah ahead in what? He's in my account.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, hold up. So inside the watermelons, I'm going to guess this one specific question. Well, I'm going to ask a question, okay? Is it Jeffrey Epstein's list? Because if it isn't, that means we have nothing in those melons. Nothing that relates to anything of any importance. Because that is the biggest conspiracy of where the fuck is that list? See, even the ghost is now wondering the same thing. So if that list ain't in the melons, and I got nothing to know what's in those melons, or no need to know. I'm on to something. I've been on to something. I've been on to something since I couldn't find that fucking list. And apparently the FBI has it, but they don't want to release it because it'll incriminate everybody in Washington.
More like everybody in the FBI.
It'll end. Ted Turner would be in prison. Oh, not Ted. Fuck. Sorry, Ted. Bill Gates would be in prison right now. Yeah, probably. Or we could have a lot of Nancy Pelosi and her husband would be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. They're attached to me. How can I follow them?
Just say yeah.
Just say yeah. Is that what you said?
Oh, I heard it.
Heard what?
Don't do it yet, Chief. I'm having too much fun.
Heard what? What did you hear? You heard Osama calling his name what? I can't do this tonight, guys.
It's done. They're not here no more.
I can't do this. Oh, did you go in and kick them?
Yep.
Still showing 5 people in this chat.
Well, they can view. They just can't comment, I think.
Oh, man. Osama was calling him.
When you come in to multiple podcasts and are saying the same darn thing on multiple accounts, you will get removed, banned, and the same thing will happen for every account.
Well, that's the thing.
So that means we're no longer allowed to talk about juicy melons.
When we invite you to join the cast, and then you bring up some random bullshit
But that's what
that
conspiracies
we're
are.
not even talking about.
That's what conspiracies
Yeah, but
are.
if it ain't on Google, then it don't exist. See, that's the thing.
But that's what conspiracies are. Things that may.
It's just me for a minute.
Hunter Biden laptop.
Oh my
Bring up
God.
melons that are not there.
Shut up. We're going to be ending this broadcast momentarily. Thank you for joining us tonight. You all have a blessed evening.
No. No. No.
I don't think so. We ain't anything like that. No. A part of the conspiracy is stuff that may or may not have happened.
When this isn't a conspiracy podcast.
Yeah, it isn't a conspiracy.